What's up? How you doing, bro?
Everyone introduce yourselves, man. Because, like, you guys are all... This is the first time you guys are actually on it.
Yeah, that's
Instead of
facts.
actually just, like, DMing me, like, hey, when are we going to get this done? When are we going to get this shit done?
Yeah.
We've been waiting, honestly.
Yeah, dude, I've just been lacking because fuck Soulmobb.
Yeah, that's understandable.
There's, like, other SoundCloud rappers that I'd rather talk to.
Why the fuck are we here then?
Go ahead, introduce yourself, bro.
Let's do it. Yeah, left to right.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm Ace from Soulmobb.
Soulmobb Ace.
Soulmobb Ace. At Soulmobb Ace. This is Albiza. You already know.
Soulmobb Don. You can call me Don.
I'm Soulmobb Ace. The old drummer.
Alright.
There's two people missing. There's Cheska and the dude who does our videos and helps us do our videos, Anasuchi. They're MIA at the moment, but it's cool.
Shout out to the boy Martin.
Yeah, Martin.
Anasuchi.
Martin is also Anasuchi. That's his birth
Soulmobb
name.
Martin.
Yeah, Soulmobb Martin.
And hey, shouts out to my new temporary production assistant.
Shouts out Ray.
Yo, shout out Ray!
Come sit, bro. You know what to do, right? Just
Take a seat, my nigga.
when the camera stops rolling for 30 minutes, just double. We'll take a break, but yeah. So like we're finally here, guys. It's been fucking weird because like I started doing this shit like April.
Yeah.
It's December.
Yeah, it's wild. I've been proud. I've been watching your fucking videos, man.
No shit, dude. You're like one of the first people that told me like, hey, dude, I actually fuck with it and like I actually watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just telling me that you do. Like how I tell everybody, like, yeah, dude, I listen to your shit.
Yeah.
Shit slaps.
No, like after watching
Fuck you, bro.
You're fucking fake ass.
No, like after watching the Sean one, I was just like, yeah, like I knew like
I saw
like
the
this.
fool.
Shout out Sean!
I enjoyed it.
Shout out Sean.
I enjoyed it.
Shout out all that U90 shit. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. No, the Sean was probably my favorite one to do actually.
yeah.
Yeah, that was my favorite one watching.
Just because like that was the first time me and Nishan actually had an actual conversation outside of just like
Yeah.
I think it was a Good Life Experience. No wait, Late Lovers Cookout.
Mm-hmm.
That was before that, and then we honestly haven't really talked. Like me and Nishan don't really like communicate like that, so it was kind of awkward having like a really deep, intimate conversation with somebody. But that was like a really good way to like know somebody, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of introduce yourself to that person, and then you know everyone gets to kind of experience it that way. And it was kind of weird because we were touching on a lot of deep topics, suicide and all that shit, like childhood, and just having that one person on for the very first time. Mm-hmm. And like knowing about him in real time, that was crazy. That was a fun experience. So like anytime I go back and watch it, I'm just like, yeah, these are genuine moments that like I'm fucking like shocked and impressed and all that stuff. So it's really been kind of it's weird because I want to try to season 2 is going to be completely different.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of these fucking just random ass people asking just for a straight up interview. Like my entire thing for this wasn't to just interview people like an Adam 22 No Jumper types thing.
Yeah.
It was supposed to give like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? It's supposed to give spotlight. No, like a spotlight to people that I live with. You know, I live in Riverside. I'm part of the community. I go to shows. I try to go to shows at least. And it's like there's some fucking raw ass talent out here, and like Soulmobb was one of the few that I actually enjoyed listening to. When I first heard you guys, but January 5th on Sean's birthday when he did Late Lovers, the Good Life Experience.
The Good Life Experience, yeah, damn near a year ago.
The thing that got me was fucking, I think what was it, Ace? You're on the drums, right?
No,
That's Vintage. All right, my bad. Vince is on the drums, and then like you guys just not freestyle, but you guys performing your fucking song with the actual beat of the drum.
Yeah.
My biggest thing with me when it comes to any performance is that if you're gonna do it live, I don't want to hear you rap over your song.
Yeah.
And that's something like I talked to like Adam Black about, like X. Anybody that knows me, my opinion is pretty much that it's like I understand like right now it's like yeah, rap over your song, but it's like getting down the line, like I don't want to have to pay to go like Rolling Loud and just see like 50 artists all just rap over their song and then like pause intermediately and just be like talk to you or just like say random shit. I'd rather see your performance than see you just rap over something, you know?
Yeah. Honestly, it's we felt the same way until we had to perform.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, when I used to performing, like performing's a bitch.
It
like,
is.
It's fun as hell, but it takes a lot of energy.
A lot of rehearsals.
Yeah, a lot of rehearsals, and like at the Good Life Experience, we did rap over our songs. That was just because we ran out of breath. Like,
No, for real.
a lot, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, hopefully, like the more we perform, the more that shit just. We
Dolphin
don't,
going.
we don't need to have like the vocals playing in the background. It could just be Dolphin going hard, and then, you know, yeah.
What like, and mainly like, especially the hyper songs that we have done, like, because it's so easy for us to jump and run out of breath and like.
Especially when you guys do Loose.
Yeah, Loose was a really hard song to finish because like the cops came at first, like before we did that shit, and they're like, "You have one song left," and then we're like, "Well, duh, we have to do that one."
Mm-hmm.
And like already, I was just like, "Fuck!" Like I knew definitely that it was gonna be like we had to close it with that. But at that point, I was my breath was my throat and my breath was already almost gone. So I was just like we have no choice. Like we better do this because when Loose comes on and the beat and like the vocals come on.
It's one of my favorite songs outside of Clouds.
Yeah, thank you. The second it comes on, like I know like I have to jump. Like if I just stand there saying "Let's get trill, let's get real,"
that picture right there. That's like probably one of my favorite pictures I have of Soulmobb, like, and especially the view done, where you're just like your hair is just flipping, and that's during Loose. Like,
I remember that shit vividly as fuck.
Yeah, that shit was fun. Like, and you guys do get like at first when I first heard you guys, and when I started listening to your music on my own and shit, you know, I kind of discovered that like you guys were kind of alternative to like the alternative rap.
Yeah,
like you still have like that's the one thing I like about you guys too, especially how Bizza writes his rhymes. It's very melodical and it's very thoughtful. He does put the time to actually make sure that he's rapping within like a coven or a couplet or shit like that. Like I can actually see that in the writing techniques, and that goes for the entire thing. And then the mixing with like Jessica, and then how you guys pick your instrumentals and all that shit. Yeah. Like it's not typical like 808 beats and like snares and stuff like that. You guys are sampling shit, and it sounds really more authentic, and it sounds more kind of more like like 80s, 90s hip hop, where it was like, you know, there was a dope ass fucking beat and a catchy hook and some, you know, bomb ass like bars and shit like that. Yeah. Like, what's the whole process with you guys? Because I know you guys have like a mixtape dropping or another album.
Yeah, we're working on something right now.
Yeah,
coming out like, January, right?
No, like honestly, we have no idea when it's gonna come out. Like, it's barely
right
getting
now.
off.
Yeah, it's like the first few steps, major steps.
Yeah. So like usually what comes first is like, it just kind of like it was just a rule that just kind of cemented itself that usually the beats come first most of the time, and then I run it by all of them to see, you know, which ones they feel like should go on the thing or scrapped ones and stuff like that. So then after the beats, it comes to writing, and like we have to see like, all right, is this one gonna have a topic? Who's gonna write the hook? Do we all write something? And we have to like structure all that shit. And then, you know, we usually set a day to like get everybody's thing down. And if not, we just set another day. And it's pretty basic. It's just lengthy, just because there's like a lot of us, and then sometimes, you know.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, and like I stopped.
I was expecting to have 7, like, well, there's 6 of us in here, but I was expecting to have like 7 to 8 people in this room.
Oh, no.
Like, I was fucking tripping, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
Soulmobb's a fucking mission, like.
Some basic shit, yeah.
But no, like, yeah, that's exactly how it. It's kind of interesting to see that, because like, I mean, remember that time we were at my friend Joey's house, and I was like, bro, make a beat using what was
Dragon Ball Z shit.
Yeah, Dragon Ball, because like I was on that fucking Noah James Majin Buu kick for a second, so I was like, make a beat involving like a Dragon Ball thing, and you did it.
Yeah, I was like, fuck that shit.
Like low key, Biz is pretty good at producing.
Yeah, he's really great at it.
He's alright. Fuck Biz. But my big thing, because like they don't know, the people out there watching, they know us, you know, they might know us, a lot of the people that we know watch it, but for the people that outside that group, what is Soulmobb? What's the foundation? I know there was a group before you did Soulmobb, before you guys created Soulmobb Incorporated, so what's that?
I think that's something best told by these two right here.
Yeah, so the way that we first originally started was, I used to really want to be like in a rap group, but like there was no one at the time. This is 7th grade. We're in 7th grade, and we really like. I really wanted to have like a group, but there was no one I found talented. And at the times, I'm not gonna front, like my rhymes were ass. Like I was straight trash. And I heard him freestyle once, and I was just like, yo, like, what the fuck? You're 7th grade. And like the people he was listening to at the time was like, who?
Yeah, like Nas, MF Doom, Mobb Deep, Tribe Called Quest. You know, like it's basic. Well,
the fact, like when he told me, he was like, oh yeah, dude, he put me on to so much shit. I'm like, wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what. Well, like, and then we just came together and like, oh, like we should rap together, and then we started doing that. Like we started like just rapping like during passing period, you know,
Yeah.
like and then we talk, and then we like recruit others, and then we recruited Adrian,
Yeah.
and then we recruited like 3 other people that don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Like for real, like real talk.
Over the years, we probably went through like, I want to say like 10 people.
Yeah.
But it's always these ones like, Dolfo didn't really get in until like maybe like last year, I think it was.
Like,
But he's always been like,
He's
a
always
year or
been
two.
there.
I've always like we've all been friends for years.
Yeah.
And it's
Mhm.
like I've always wanted to be in a group too myself.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like what better way than to play with your own friends? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was
That's
gonna
the
end
best
up
experience.
like in a like a rock band or something. Honestly,
Yeah.
like 'cause him, he played really good drums, and our friend Danny, who's in the military.
Oh, yeah, shouts out
Shout out to Ladies Man Down.
Ladies Man Ladies Man Dan, like he would play like guitar, and I would see them like on Instagram and shit, and I'd just be like, damn, like they're good. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna
We
do.
just come together and like I don't know, create whatever comes into our mind.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, and that's the one thing I appreciate about you guys, and that's the thing of me and Nishan always talk about. And you guys found out like a little bit, like you guys thought I was like mad older than you guys.
Yeah, straight the fuck up. I'm sorry, bro. You look old as fuck.
Probably 20s, in your 20s. I mean.
Yeah.
I'm finally in my 20s, but like.
Yeah, but we thought we were like mid-20s.
When I first, well, because like when Nishan would always like refer to you guys, he would be like, yeah, dude, they're just like a bunch of kids. And like Nishan's like what, 20, 23, 24?
Yeah, 23, 24.
Yeah, he's like 23, 24, so that's understandable. But for me, I'm just like, these guys are like my age and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's because when we originally linked up to him and to everyone else in like BTG and like, you know, the whole camp right there, we were kids because we were like sophomore.
Yeah.
And so that's why they're always like, oh, they're kids, but
14,
they're raw.
15.
They're raw.
Yeah.
That's stuck, even though we're not like, I mean, we're still young, you know, but like kids, I mean, anybody that's like 5 years older than us is going to call us kids. So like,
No, like for real. But like that's another thing too. Like that's another thing why I appreciate Nishan so much is because I can trust his opinion.
Yeah.
I can absolutely trust his opinion. So when he tells me like you should check out like this person, or he recommends me like the Curtis King book,
Yeah.
I know for a fact Nishan is coming from a place of taste, and like I can trust anything Nishan tells me.
it's no bullshit with him.
He's no,
There's
and
really no bullshit with
Him
him.
and his whole family.
Yeah,
honestly.
for real, no, yeah, especially like learning about like the one half, just like Nishan comes up from like basically a group of performers.
Yeah, that was amazing to
Yeah.
me. Like when we first linked up with him, on North Vista there used to be this school. There used to be this shop called the Pit Stop, and we would. Damn, that's crazy. Thinking about this shit now. We used to go to the Pit Stop, and they would have the people who loved hip hop, like, and we were shook. We were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, like, we have this shit where you rap and we'll give you like free fries or something. And we're not gonna front, we rap for fries. We rap for fucking fries, like flavored fries, bacon,
cheese.
chili cheese and bacon cheddar, bro. Those were the shit. So fucking we went one day and at that point they would just be like, yo, you kids are good, like how old are you guys? And we're like, we're fucking like 15, 14. And they're like, oh fuck, like you guys are lyrical, like come back more often, like we need you, like we want you guys to pull shows. And then like we would just perform fucking almost every other Friday.
At the pit stop?
Yeah, at the pit stop.
The back lot.
And you guys were called what?
Riot at the time.
Oh, right.
R-I-O-T. Fuck.
And then Don, what was your infamous name?
Oh,
in Riot.
See, this is why. You're a bitch. He always likes to fuck around with that. Why don't we all say our old names?
hit it.
Like,
Hit it.
Bitch.
So Riot.
I was left to right.
yeah.
Left to right. It was Redix the God.
Alright, so oh you bitch. Fucking so I used to like to shuffle a lot in like around those days. And I would always, you know, like the bass and beats always fascinated me, so I was like, bet I'm bass beats all the way. And I'm,
Done?
yeah.
My name was too hard. It's just, his name was Bitch.
Alright, I'm leaving.
But yeah, I was too hard to Don.
Too hard to Don.
And then I had one name when Riot first started. That I think only he remembers because. But before we were in Riot, we were in a group called UGK.
It was so like alright, so I didn't know at the time, but there was already a famous group called UGK. Some other dumbass.
It's never business fault.
No, it's never like
It's never business
I
fault.
was a recruit. They were like, "Yo, you should name me UGK," and I was like, "Alright, I'm down." And so there was like fucking 5 of us that would shuffle, and then we're like, "Oh, you know what? Brandon's gonna be the rapper of the group."
Yup, and I didn't even shuffle, so they told me as a rapper. And I think only he knows. Do you remember that?
I'm under strict oath. I cannot.
No,
cannot
I'm
say
asking
that
you.
name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
so
we don't.
I listened
talk
to that
about
Riot song
one.
where you guys dissed everybody in Riverside.
What the fuck?
Which one?
What song was that?
You showed me it. That one time I was taking you guys home, and you're like, "Hey, bro, this is like some vintage Riot shit." And then you showed me, and I was like, "Damn, you guys be dissing fools."
We only dissed 2 kids, and they dissed 2 kids. It was those
Yeah.
2 niggas. I rapped out on the nigga. like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, battle rapping was like
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
that was like a very early start of what we used to do.
Yeah, like my bad.
No, hit it, bro.
Like, obviously we were the only good rappers in Novi, so obviously we would like, you know, battle each other like every weekend. Remember, there's like this little like square on the side of Novi. It's like a square cement
Yeah.
square.
Yeah.
Is
We
it
call
like is it the one in front of the school? Like, and I have a couple of friends
I think so.
that live in that area. So is it like in front of the entrance, or is it like on the other side?
It's by the church where you cross the street.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Right
yeah,
there.
Okay, yeah.
And we used to call it the arena. And like every like Friday, we like shuffle random names and just like we just battle each other.
Martha Dawn versus.
That shit.
Yeah.
Bro, it was ruthless because we knew shit about each other. Like
So you
Yeah,
just
dude.
battling strangers is something different, but then battling someone that like you know shit about, then it's just like.
so you're like
damn.
talking about how like Dawn has like a weird like bro, you just jerk off to anime porn, but
Nah.
So, yeah, basically shit like that.
Yeah, we had to stop because we were gonna fight each other.
Yeah.
At one point,
It was
like,
getting hurtful. It was just.
I mean, especially
fuck.
with Gizza too, bro.
yeah. No, I remember.
All right, people think I'm a dick, but when you personally like meet these guys, they're just as much of a dick as I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they fight it well.
yeah,
we do.
yeah.
I remember one time me and Ace were battling, and like, fuck, we were doing this shit in front of my house, my old apartment.
Yeah.
We were, like, I mentioned, like, it was light at first, like, it was really light shots, and then I didn't know what else to say, so I hit him with, like, a pretty solid one, and I was just gonna be like, alright, I'm done. Bruh, nah.
Yeah.
He gave this look like, bro, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah.
And then he went hard on me, and I was like, fuck, I gotta hit this bitch back. And then I went harder on him, and at the end, like, we had to hug it out because it was. If we didn't dead ass, he would have hit me.
Or you would have, or basically someone would have.
we would have swung on each other.
So like after that, so like battle rapping. So what forms Soulmobb? Who has that dumb idea? Who's like, hey, we should be called Soulmobb Incorporated.
Whoa.
It was a mixture of all of this, actually.
Damn, so you all just assholes.
Yep.
Was it it was during the time where like we need to get serious because we didn't at the time we've been called Riot for like 3 years already.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, like 3 years.
No, I know
Yeah,
what you mean though.
like-
Like time to get serious because like for me, it's like with this shit, like it's cool. Like I can have like shitty USB mics, but eventually I want to have like an official setup and like an actual place to fucking do this. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like when you say like let's get serious about it, I feel that to the fullest degree, dude. Like just because it's like it's true. Like you can be like, I want to be able to this is actually gonna be the test one. So I'm gonna put this on SoundCloud. I'm gonna put this on, try to get this on iTunes.
Okay.
So like it's gonna be like more and more official instead of it just like streaming it from fucking YouTube. But like,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people struggle with the fact that like, let's not get serious. You know, that's why unfortunately like, when people hit me up, just like, can I get an interview? It's like, I don't feel like you're serious enough. And that's actually, that's been a case on something like on my buddy Jordan, who's a part of Yab. I even told him straight up, I was like, at first, dude, I really didn't think you were serious about any of the shit. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't take it seriously. I didn't take you seriously, but now he's like one of my best friends. I was straight up with him. I was like, look, bro, I didn't think you were serious about this shit.
Yeah, at the time we really weren't, and I think we had to get really, really serious was when we did meet Nishan, because he's till this day he's still gonna be our mentor because he took us, we rapped for him at the pit stop, and then he pulled us aside and was like, hey, you guys are dope, like you guys are really good, and we're like, yeah, thank you. I think was it the next day or like 2 days later, like we were there again, actually just eating, and he walked in and just asked us like, hey, you guys want to like record something or sometime? I'm like, okay, like, and we recorded like what 2 or 3 songs, and then he took us to his family's house where he does all his music, and then like they were like, yo, like, you guys are dope, like, do you want to be a part of our family? We're not signing you legally, this is to be a part of us, our family. And before we got fucked over by like
No names.
yeah, no,
names.
we're not
No names.
gonna give
No
you
names.
names, but like there's this one nigga that really tried to fuck us over, like really try to fuck us over hard, and we're like, what? And fucking we were kind of reluctant at first, but like once we realized how genuine everyone else was at BTG, we're like, yeah. So that at that time, like we're like, all right, like this is not like for fuck shit, like we're for real, like we gotta get serious about this shit.
Yeah.
Getting serious about shit is probably like one of the hardest things you have to do as like someone who wants to create no matter what.
Yeah.
Because you really have to put yourself in check. Like, all right, I might think I'm doing something, but I'm really not. You feel me? Like we can, like we were all like, oh yeah, we rap, we write to beats on YouTube and shit, and like we know Nishan. We thought we were serious. We were like, all right, let's make a song, let's make a tape or whatever. We thought we were the serious shit, but compared to what we're doing now, like we could tell like that was like 5% of what it actually is. But yeah, it's a bitch.
No, I feel it like, especially with Nishan, like that's a pretty good mentor, just like coming straight out the gate, like
Yeah, he's
that's
really
like
great. Honestly.
yeah.
He
I
taught
mean,
us a lot.
you guys said like you guys look up to him as his mentor, but like it's like almost like a big brother type shit.
Yeah,
definitely.
pretty much. Yeah.
Like Nishan's all about taking care of people, and that's another reason why like I fuck with Nishan and all that stuff, just because he's just got everyone's back, and he's super nice and he's straight up about everything.
Yeah.
Honestly, like that's what we had to learn. Cause at first we thought that like we liked him, but like at first I like certain points we kind of thought like he was like a little bitch because he would tell us shit straight up that we never been told straight up. Like no one else in the area knew the music like hardcore like he did, and he would like when we would rap and we would do our trash verses. Like people would be like, oh, you know, it's good. He was the wrong person. I was just like, go rewrite it.
Yeah.
Do it again. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, fuck is this nigga telling us to do this shit again?
And like people handle criticism fucking like it goes 2 ways. You can either take it correctly or you can take it incorrectly. And like
Yeah.
like and that's something that I noticed too with like Trey too. When it comes to anything he does, it's like he goes through his steps and he's told me plenty of times like don't post that shit, dude. Like you know you can do better. Like why are you gonna put shit out just to put shit out? Put shit out that's quality. And that's another thing too. Like anything that Nishan does, man, I really feel like I'm on Nishan's dick right now.
Hey, like he like really without Nishan.
No, he's gonna be like, damn.
It's just like damn, this fool's really on my dick.
No, without Nishan, like it's understandable that we keep bringing him up because deadass, if it wasn't for him, like we wouldn't be as serious as we are today.
I
Like
have to
to
give
me,
him a lot of credit.
yeah.
Because you know, I mean, everyone that is anyone, they need guidance at some point. You know, and since Nishan was older and he had a mentor, then he was like, all right, I gotta, you know, these fools are wild because we were wild as fuck. If you think we're wild right now, we were probably wilder back then. Like,
Oh my god.
I can only imagine.
No, I don't think you could.
I don't
To
think
be
I don't
honest,
think you could.
to be fucking honest, like, nah. Nah.
Bad, but you know, yeah, just we gotta give him a lot of credit just because he really kind of put us like in our place. Like, all right, there's a time to fuck around and there's a time to get the shit done.
And you guys do have fun. Like a lot of your songs are fun.
Yeah.
And like they always have like not sneak disses, but like sneak meetings of just like fucking like real hard shit.
Yeah, honestly, like once we established the name Soulmobb Inc., like when people ask me like what to, like I tell me people like, oh yeah, I make music. They say, what do you make? I always tell people like I make soul music, and they're like, why? Like if it's rap, I'm like, no, it's soul music because our music isn't just meant for a fucking. Just for someone to be like, oh, like this is hard. It's like, no, like in order for it to be soul, you have to hit all aspects of the soul, or else you're just a body.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say we make soul music, I mean our songs are gonna be primarily different from another one that we have. It may have similar feels to it, but it may be different because we hit a shitload of different topics that a lot of like people aren't gonna talk about. Like we have songs about like not being able to pay your rent. Mm-hmm. We have songs about turning up. We have songs about girlies. Like we hit the whole aspect because that's the definition for like the way I see it is for soul.
Yeah.
And then the mob comes in is because
it's a lot of us.
Yeah, it's a fucking lot of us.
It's a lot of us.
It's a lot of fucking heads, but that's another thing too that I admire too because you guys have a whole different sound. Not every song sounds the same.
Yeah.
But like every song has its elements that you can say this is definitely a Soulmobb song.
That's what everyone tells us, man. Like everyone's just like, you can tell you guys made this song.
Yeah.
And, like, I always want to know what the hell they hear, so I can hear that shit.
I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. Like, what is it? Like, you know how like I used to. Sometimes when I get boxed at the work, sometimes when we're closing and shit, dude, I'll put on clouds, right?
Yeah.
And like I introduced it to my manager, and she was like, "I like this." I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Yeah, who is this?" I'm like, "This is Soulmobb." He goes, "What's Soulmobb?" I'm like, "Soulmobb's from Riverside. Like this is like homegrown local shit."
Yeah.
And she goes, "I fuck with this. Like it's super vibey. It's like it's not too explicit. Like it's like she got caught by surprise because like we were folding down the store and shit." And she was just vibing to it, and I was like, that's exactly why I like this group.
Thank you,
just because I can vibe with it. I can put on a random song out of the fucking 2 albums you guys have, and just be chilling. And the number of singles you guys have, like it's like I still like I might say because Clouds is like everyone's favorite song, but it's my fucking favorite song.
Yeah, we just got to carry it on SoundCloud.
I saw that. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I was going to tell you guys here, like, congratulations for finally hitting 10K. Like,
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, we all know it's just because his mom just hitting fucking refresh the entire time. She's like, Bizza, Bizza, mijo.
My mom.
I refreshed it.
Refresh it, just the number goes up by 1. It's alright.
But no, like, and especially too, let's break down Clouds. Because like, if I had to give a recommendation for someone to listen to your music, it'd be either between Clouds, Feel 22, which is it's up there. Yeah. That's up there in terms of how I feel it. But also Boulevard. Boulevard's a good one too.
Yeah.
Boulevard, or what's that one we hating?
Hidden Different.
Yeah, Hidden Different.
Oh yeah.
So like when I say like you guys have similar, like your songs sound similar, but like you guys also have songs that sound very distinct, and that's one of them that sounds super distinct, and like quad V or VVV.
Yeah.
Like you guys all have different songs that like hit different elements.
Yeah.
But like Clouds, I would say is the definitive Soulmobb song.
Yeah. I would. Yeah.
So well, for that one, the beat was just it's crazy because I know like it's the classic story of like that song wasn't really meant to be like some. I mean, you know, like as it wasn't meant to go as far as it did. And obviously, you know, 10K on SoundCloud. It might not really seem that big to people, but I mean, to us it's like. It's the shit.
That's good, yeah.
So I was making this thing with Cheska, and the Clouds beat was supposed to be an outro, and it was supposed to be like 30 seconds long.
Is that why you kept the alright, hit it?
That one was added like probably like last minute.
Because I like it because it gives it a sense of raw. It gives it a sense of like not urgency, but it gives it a sense of life. Like this is a living song, you know. Yeah. Like when you click it and then the beat starts hitting it, and that's when it kind of gets into the Cheska's chorus.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you hit it, and then Don hits it, And then what is it? Is it Ace or is
Yeah,
it Ace? Yeah, Ace at the end.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. Like the song was just super. Like it was cool, man. Like the topic for the song was just like, you know what? We need like we should reminisce. You know, let's kind of get into our feelings type shit. And I feel like just with that topic, everybody just came through with that shit.
Yeah,
It was cool.
Is the lyrics on Genius?
No, it isn't. I don't think any of like the old shit will probably be put on Genius. I think it's most of the new shit. But if we're gonna put anything from the old shit on Genius, it'll most likely be Cloud.
Yeah. Clouds is probably, that's another thing too, going into the song, the music video itself. I like how you guys do that shit.
yeah.
I'm guessing that's what Martin behind the kind of like directing all that shit.
Yeah.
Most of the
Because it's
shit,
just like,
yeah.
because Clouds itself has a really deep meaning, but at the end of the day, it's like you kind of feel it when you're hanging out with your friends.
It's
Yup.
just vibey.
You guys are just all kind of chilling and just having fun with it, and then also too with Loose.
Yeah.
You guys kind of did the Brockhampton like Borders before Brockhampton did Borders.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were doing that shit like
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I noticed the time dates, I'm like,
I didn't want to say shit, but
Kevin Abstract's fucking stealing shit.
I know. Fuck you, Kevin. If you ever do watch this, I'm telling you, if you ever do watch this, I'm just kidding. But
Don hates black dudes. Don hates black gay dudes.
I say
He's not denying it.
I say that. No, that's not true. I appreciate the gay people. I appreciate them. They're
Thank you.
But Clouds, I mean not Clouds. Loose was just a fucking an experience because, like, one thing that Nishan told us, like when you're making music with certain people, like some people are just gonna click and some people you're not, and when the people that you click with, you're gonna ride similar mental waves. So he sent the beat late as fucking night, and instantly like I think I wrote the first 4 bars that night because it was like I was trying to sleep, but I was like, no, like I need to.
You were like, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah, I said that.
Trying to get high.
I said some shit, and I was like, wait, hold on, wait a minute. I was like, okay, this shit sounds nice. And then like I knew like I was working on the hook for like.
Let's get real. Let's
like
get
a couple
real.
days.
Let's hang out with the
Like,
boys on the hill.
it took me a couple days to really be like, bro, like, cause we were both, cause like the way that we write is that we'll both write like a hook and then we'll pick like whose is better.
Yeah.
So like the way that it just sounded like I was just like.
That's another thing too. Like none of your songs sound like they came out rushed.
Nah.
Yeah, honestly, like it's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Nah.
Like you guys take a second to kind of like sit there and kind of just like kind of analyze it and just kind of like that's how I feel it, you know? 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, none of it sounds like you guys could like, oh, they could have done this a little bit better, or they could have wrote this a little bit different. It sounds like you guys have a process and you guys just go through it all the time.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Sometimes like one thing we will do is like once the song's out, we'll be like, fuck, we could have did this for that part, or we'll do that, and like people will love it, but to us we'll be like, fuck, like we could have fixed that, but that's just because we're perfectionists. Like we really want to give the best at our 100% at all times. There's some songs that people love that I genuinely will not either.
Yeah.
I'll hate.
Like what song?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Clouds.
Fuck.
Takeout was one. Takeout's one of them where it's just that was just a random ass little fucking shit that was on. It was on Good Life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on the Good Life. It was just a random ass little beat. We were just talking about food. I was like, I like my waffle go dumb, bitch. And like, there's songs like that, and then there's songs like one of my personal favorites from that one is Jam.
Mm-hmm.
And then people are just like, yo, Takeout, dog. And I'm like, fucking Takeout?
Yeah.
No, you'd be surprised, bro. Like people be hitting you with like obscure songs because they're just trying to pose, but for real, like some people resonate with certain songs, man. Like,
yeah,
it's wild.
It is. But like, I mean, I just pulled up the Spotify for you guys. Thank you for fucking having Spotify. Like, I don't fucking pay for SoundCloud Premium. I pay for Spotify Premium.
Good looking out.
But what was it? There it is. The song 3 AM on Magnolia.
Oh.
That one hits.
That's
That hits.
that's one of my personal favorites.
Always wanted to fucking
Hit it.
hit it, bro. Like live. Yeah.
But you guys, like, literally, you guys have two. They're albums. They're fucking albums. Because honestly, you guys have 15 on fucking the Good Life record, and then you guys have fucking 10 on Summer Nights and Neon Lights. Like, you guys don't have. I wouldn't call these mixtapes or projects. These are fucking albums.
Yeah.
The only reason that I prefer to call them projects than actual albums is just most of the time is because of the samples. Like, I'm like, you know, some of the samples I don't know if they're cleared or not. Like some I know that they are, and some I know that they're not.
So you guys are monetizing other people's works.
Basically. No, I'm just kidding. Like,
You fuckers.
that's why when I was like, shit, like if we're gonna put this out, then like,
Let's like make sure it's cleared and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, you know, we're fucking. Well, we were like 16. No, with Summer Nights, we were like that was.
We were both 18 at the time.
We were.
Yeah.
We were 18.
Yeah.
So you guys were consenting adults.
Yeah, we were consenting adults. The only reason I remember that specifically, we started working on it when 17. I think we were 17 when we first started. We first started.
Down with the
We first started on it when we were 17, and originally it was gonna be all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Life's a bitch.
yeah, that's a
Best
bitch.
way to
Here,
put it.
he can explain for his part.
It still haunts me to this day, but I had to move out of Riverside for reasons, and I was on the first project, obviously, so it's cool. Yeah, it was really stupid.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, you know, just shit happens. Like, since it's a group, it's kind of harder to, like, you know, get everyone together to really, like, nail this shit down.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes you just can't because just shit's, like, shit that's not in your control, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
And it's,
again, like, especially too, it took us an entire fucking year to get to this point.
Yeah.
Where, like, originally, you guys were always on the list. Like, I wanted to do you guys after Nishan, kind of be like an intro. Sean, we talked about you guys a lot, and then I wanted to kind of go into that, but it's logistics too, man. It's like, at first I thought I was going to be dealing with all of you guys, and you started giving me the head count. I'm like, fuck, that's 10 people
Yeah.
Yeah, at the time.
in this little tiny room. And I was like, I don't have a garage that's open enough. I was like,
Yeah.
let me hit up a buddy's house real quick, but those schedules fall through. But it just kind of got down to the point where it's like, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? It can fit in my room. I'll just fucking take the bed out. Like, I'll fucking figure this shit. I'll move shit. I'll fold shit. I'll put shit underneath, like, in my closet and shit. I'll fucking figure out a way. And like, I
fucking appreciated it.
No,
heavily
like-
because you did not have to do that under no circumstances.
Mhm.
But the fact that you wanted to do that because you genuinely liked our music that much meant so much to us, because there used to be days where we used to question, like, bro, who the fuck really cares? Like, on the real, like, who the fuck's really listening? Because at times, like, we would feel success here and there, and then we would just go back to fuck, like, who's really listening at this very moment, like, on the real.
this is a playlist called 2018, and it's kind of like an amalgamation of all the songs that I fuck with all the time.
Clouds.
Damn.
So it goes like Clouds into Rental by Brockhampton, and then it kind of just spirals down into other shit.
And the fact that you didn't have us at the
Yeah.
spotlight,
Well, because like again with Clouds, Cheska's hook gets you in.
yeah.
The beat carries you, and then the fucking the bars and the fucking everything else just kind of carries it too. So you just kind of flow with it, and that's when it leads into Rental, and you kind of get that more like emotional like pass with it, with like. Especially too, my favorite part of that song is when Matt Champion does this whole shit right there. I'm a big Matt Champion fan.
Dude, I am too. I feel like he's one of the hardest.
Do you listen to his solo shit?
I did.
His solo shit, like Fangs is pretty good.
Yeah, that's my fucking Fangs is hard.
No, like especially too, like he's so soft about it, but he's literally like, yeah, bitch, I can imagine it sucking on the sofa. Like he's like talking about getting nasty with the girl, but he's saying it in such a like kid and innocent way. Like
yeah,
he just has a beautiful voice too. Like no homo, like on some real shit. Like dude's got like, especially on Rental too, you know. But yeah, that's why, like I say, like I don't fuck with people, and I definitely wouldn't do all this shit if I didn't give a fuck about what they were doing.
Yeah.
And for a lot of it too, is because I know you guys personally. You know, I met you guys at shows. You guys would show up at like downtown Riverside. You guys didn't even have to fucking do that. You guys literally showed up for like 15 minutes, just like, "What's up, fool?"
Yeah. We care. That's why.
Yeah, and then you guys pulled up to like the art exhibit that I had out there. Like, you guys genuinely give a fuck. So it's like, cause like I know you guys.
Yeah.
Right. I don't have to like worry about like some random person just like have like an awkward ass conversation. Like, I know for a fact. I'm about to fucking self-roast myself.
Oh, shit.
So like we're alright, I'll tell you this too. So we're at Del Taco, right?
Oh shit.
And like I'm pulled up,
Bro, this shit.
like I'm driving, like we're in Mobile, right? We're at my friend Joey's house. And I'm just like kind of like talking here and there and all that shit. And I mentioned, I was like, yeah, bro, like, man, I used to be like this dope ass grilled cheese place out in VG. And so I just hear in the background, Bizzle's just like, who the fuck calls it VG? And he's just roasting me from the back, right? He's just like, that's some dumb shit, dude. Like, that's some like, on some like borderline, like, he said the hard R too. He's like, what the
No, I did not.
Twitter?
There's no hard R.
He said
Twitter? Do you
the hard R that relates to mentally handicapped. He's like, bro, you're just a fucking dummy fool. Like,
Oh, that hard R?
nah,
No, yeah, not the
Like, alright. VG.
So like, no, the entire time they're like, and literally, no one's on my side. I fucking asked the Del Taco guy. I'm like, hey, real quick, do you call Victoria Gardens VG? He goes, he hands the food. He's like, fuck no. Dude.
Yeah, you did.
So I fucking just sat there, just like, bro, I could end. I'm just like, bro, I could end everybody's fucking life. Ask me if I give a fuck. Meanwhile, Biz is eating like 12 tacos. He's like,
And I'm still talking shit.
he's like, nah, this fucking dude's like eating like he's like a fucking otter, bro. He's like a fucking bat. He's like, bro, you fucking dumb.
He just took one comment and everyone was
He
like,
took like a whole ass taco and took like 8 things of hot sauce. Just like, you fucking dumb fool. Who calls fucking VG, like who calls Victoria Gardens VG? That's fucking dumb, dude. Like, you're such a fuck. He's like just eating it, and like I think the next day I ran into you guys at the fucking Tyler Mall. I was like, I had like an example, like, bet she's gonna call it VG. She did, and like, but I wouldn't call the fucking Galleria the Gat. And then I was like, I think it was Don. Was it you?
I think that was me.
Yeah, you're like, I don't call fucking Tyler the Gat, bro.
Yeah, I did say that.
Why would I call it the Gat? I was like, why the fuck would I call it the Gat, bro? It's the Galleria, bro. Like,
Then why would you call Victoria Gardens VG?
because it's a fucking solid abbreviation, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Like, we had this like, I sometimes refer to Moreno Valley as the Mo, right?
Yeah,
see, that's a retarded
Rancho
shit.
Cucamonga, Rancho.
Okay,
everyone
yeah,
does that though.
Yeah, because it's the first word.
Yeah.
San Bernardino, the Dino, or the
Yeah.
Dino.
Yeah.
I won't say the Dino, but I'll say,
Dino,
I'm
like,
thinking
hey, where you heading up, bro? I'm heading to Dino. Like,
Yeah, I'm just going to Dino.
exactly,
Alright,
that's
for sure.
common, right?
Yeah, that's normal.
Where are you heading? Oh, I'm heading to VG. Alright, for sure, bro.
You a corny ass. just with that.
That's the first night I knew, like, fuck Bizza.
Yeah.
Like, that very first night, Bizza would just keep talking shit. And he's the best shit talker, too.
Honestly, bro,
He's fucking mean, bro. He'll dude, this is how bad I got him one night. So I fucking FaceTime this fool, right? He's like, what's up, dude? I'm like, what's up, Bizza? He goes, what you doing, bro? I'm eating a fucking tamale, right? I unwrap that shit, bro. I take the fucking husk out. I'm like, I don't know, Bizza, I'm doing pretty fucking good. He goes, what you eating? I'm like, oh, bro.
Oh, you a bitch.
And he's not literally the entire time, he's like, oh, you such a fucking bitch. Oh, you fucking VG looking motherfucking ass. Like, the entire time he's just like, bro, you such a fucking bitch. But meanwhile, I'm enjoying my life. I'm just like, bro, this is the best fucking thing. I'm just eating this shit, bro. I'm just eating this shit raw. And he's just like, fuck you. Every single time I took a bite, he's like, fuck you, bitch.
Fuck you,
He's
bitch.
been the best shit talker since I was in 7th grade. Like when I met him, like, we didn't like each other at first.
Bizza has an Android too, so like.
I have a Samsung Galaxy S9.
That's how,
Sorry about that.
that's how you know he's a shit talker. When you got an Android, that's when you gotta worry about shit.
Didn't you have problems with your stupid ass Mac? Like,
Look, bro, it only fucked up because we plugged it into the TV, bro. Like it ain't Apple. It works.
These two,
A Windows wouldn't do that.
these two niggas used to be savages too.
Dude,
Like don't let these niggas no. Like I'm gonna expose him.
That was a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
Like, on some real shit.
When we were in 7th grade, there was this girl that liked him, and she texted him, "Hey, you want to be my boyfriend?"
Wait, what grade was it? 7th grade?
This was freshman year.
Freshman year?
Nah.
This was freshman year.
Was it?
No, it wasn't. This was like 7th or 8th grade.
Yeah, no names.
It was 7th or 8th grade.
It was 7th grade.
Yeah, it was 7th grade, nigga. It was. There was.
Okay.
So then, he texts her.
No, they put him in the group chat, remember?
Yeah, they randomly put me in the group chat.
Yeah, you tell it.
What's going on?
Say it.
So this girl was asking. Okay, alright, so there's this girl that has been liking me for like 2, 3, like a year. At most 2 years. And it's like, and then finally she had her friend ask me out for her.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, you wanna go out with my friend? And I'm like, alright, so I put, hell yeah. I waited a few seconds, and then I said, oh, just kidding. And you know what my explanation was? Just sometimes you have to create your own fun. It's true, come on.
That's funny though.
Good time.
That's
That was
fucked up,
funny.
dude.
Don't let them deceive
Nah,
you.
JK.
They're dicks.
No, I feel like if you have to be like if you're a member of Soulmobb, you have to be able to.
To a limit, you have to.
I never handle it.
Cheska might be a fucking good shit talker.
Oh
right?
my god.
Honestly. No, I'm just kidding.
She's about to beat your ass after this.
Probably. No, like if you're fucking with us and you you talk shit, you have to be able to dish it and take it because sometimes like I get cornered by either one of these dudes. And I'm just like, you know what? I lost tonight.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not a thing. I feel like Bizza doesn't lose because like
No.
you'll fucking you'll fucking text, bro. You hit me up right now, bitch. That's it.
I'm like, one time I called him. Well, one time I called him a bitch one time. Just,
Hold on.
Pull up.
Let me just pull this up real quick. Hold up. Bizza. Ready? Okay, ready. Hold up.
He's gonna put this on
Damn.
the bottom of the screen.
Because you know what? So I posted. I was like, "Hey, who wants to go see Midnight?" He goes, "Damn, no friends at all, huh?"
no, I'm just saying, don't post it like.
And then like, oh yeah, one time he sent me a picture of a colorful bag. He goes, "I'll beat your ass with this colorful ass bag."
Dude, I don't even remember that shit. Fuck.
What was
You
it?
shut the hell up and take it, Michael. Alright.
Nah, dude. Oh, right here. Yeah, you are a bitch.
You gotta post these like on the screen when you post
That's
the
the
video.
The
The screenshot, like every time you say one, you just gotta push the screenshot on the screen.
That'd be sick.
One time I posted a video of a girl. He's like, "Boy, leave that girl alone." He goes,
Literally seeing the video.
"You can see the fear in her eyes." I've known Alyssa Drake for a while, bro.
Comment down below if you're this girl and you have been harassed by Michael Morales. It's alright. Come forward, please.
Oh yeah, this one time. So I posted like a question, right? He goes, "Ask me a question." He goes, "You are gay." No, he said, "Sorry, why are you gay?"
I saw that.
On your brain?
Yeah, Bizza's a fucking monster.
It's
I like
okay.
it. It's
We
wild.
only talk shit if we're friends.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
honestly.
That's why I feel like honored that anytime Bizza shit talk to me, like I know I shouldn't kill myself.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Like, there's women that he's hurt. He's hurt. There's women I've seen shit like he's like we've all had to tone shit down before. Like I can say our 8th grade year, like that was the peak of
Yeah.
The dickness from every single one of
Y'all
us.
just casually dicking each other down.